Ariel Hawani for mmarated.com, being joined by Kit Cope. Kit, what's up, man? We see you on MTV, Spike TV, everywhere, but fighting, you just got back into action. You got a win under your belt. How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great. I mean, the win was actually not just a win, but I won by triangle choke. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy now. So,
Nice. Is that big for you? I mean, we all know your Muay Thai background, but that must have been good for your career.
it was that fight actually ended up about the best that it could go. It was on a vinyl. The mat was vinyl, so it wasn't canvas. So the problem with vinyl is that it's either if it's wet, it's slippery. If it's not wet, it's sticky. So you're either tripping over yourself or sliding all over the place. So it was just really bad that way. But as far as the outcome, I mean, I won by submission, and not just like a guillotine choke. Like I won by a legitimate triangle choke, and I split the guy's head open. So I mean, so it was like kind of like two of the best things that I could do. Now people have to fear my jiu-jitsu game, and they still know that I'm gonna be slicing them up. So it was probably the best outcome that it could have happened.
Now that fight was on for a smaller organization. I'm sure you're looking to get back, on the mainstream level in the limelight. Have you been talking to any of the major promotions? Because it's a great time to be a free agent now in MMA.
It is. It's awesome. I mean, I'm in the fabled catbird seat over here, fellas. I'm actually right now. I'm just trying to get as many fights as I can. I need to get that. I need to get my win ratio back up. I had a bunch of bad luck in MMA. A really rough start, kind of making the transition into MMA. But now I feel like I'm actually an MMA fighter in MMA. And so yeah, I just need to get a couple fights under my belt, and then I'll be right back up. I've been talking with Elite XC for quite a few months now, and they're also in the same mind that I just need a couple more wins. I just need experience. I need experience. Wins are going to happen because I'm a winner. It's what I do. But I just need that experience. I need to get out there, and I need to see all the scenarios that I'm going to be in, so that I know what to do when I get there. I'll definitely be back in the big show. I mean, there's still nobody in MMA that can stand up with me. But I'm fully confident in that. I mean, nobody. Like, think about that. No, not even that guy. Not even him. So now that my jiu-jitsu game is getting pretty hype, I mean, I'm on the cusp of virtually unstoppable.
All right. Well, let me quickly ask you, because the last couple of years, interesting time for you. I mean, this return fight was the first time you were in action since the suspension. Can you clear that up for us? So what exactly went down with that drug suspension?
Absolutely. I've done that actually this particular part of the interview a million times. If the media just would have waited to see what actually went down, what really happened, then I wouldn't look like such the bad guy or the I mean, obviously I'm a steroid monger. You could tell. But I mean, if you actually look at the ingredients of that whole scenario, let's see. I just had completely reconstructive shoulder surgery. I lost 30 pounds. I had tested 12 other times for the Nevada Athletic Commission, all negative over the last 14 years. It might ring kind of weird that I test positive for steroids now. But all it was I got a shot of a substance called Boldenon after my shoulder surgery from my doctor, because it increased protein synthesis, which means that my shoulder would just rebuild faster. Because it's actually the surgery that I had done is actually takes one of the longest spans of time to recover from. It's a very painful, very long surgery to recover from. And so that's it. I got a shot from the doctor, one shot, 200 milligrams. 13 months later, there were 7 nanograms of metabolites, not the substance, 7 nanograms, which is it's nothing. You can't see it with a microscope. But that was 13 months after my surgery, 13 months after the shot that I actually got. I didn't even think twice about it. It was over a year beforehand, and apparently the stuff can stay in your system for up to 18 months, which I didn't know. So I mean, it wasn't It wasn't for performance. It wasn't for training purposes or anything. I wasn't trying to get over on my opponents. I was just trying to heal from surgery. And so it just so happened that the dude from the athletic commission who didn't know his ass from a hole in a door didn't do his research.
So in other words, you're trying to say that you're not the Roger Clemens or Barry Bonds of MMA.
I am not at all. At all. I've never done steroids before. I mean, if you look throughout my career, look at how... I mean, I used to be way bigger. You know, when I first got into MMA, I was 185 cutting to 170, and I was a big yoked dude. Tested clean then. Weird how I go back down to 155 and then I'm dirty. You know, it's not my style. You know, I'm a gifted athlete. You know, I beat the crap out of people. I'm faster. I'm stronger. I'm slicker. I'm smarter than all of those other fighters out there naturally. I don't need help.
Any one fighter out there you'd like to mix it up with in your next fight?
It's not going to happen in my next fight because I'm going to have to work my way back up to get to him, but I would love to play with FloJo again. I would love to swing with him again because when we played before, I mean, dude, I was really with one hand because I did the shoulder about 2 months before the fight. I got a motorcycle accident, and that's what actually snapped the shoulder. So, I mean, I fought that fight with one arm and was still kind of tossing him around. I mean, the dude was just way weaker than I am. I mean, he obviously didn't want to stand up with me, which is why he was just barreling toward me, trying to take me down at all costs. And now I've got a jiu-jitsu game, which I didn't before. I just worked on trying not to get taken down. That was my only jiu-jitsu game. Now I actually have a pretty sly jiu-jitsu game. I know that he's not going to submit me. He's not strong enough. He's not slick enough, and my jiu-jitsu game's too good now. And there's nowhere for him to run stand-up wise. So, I mean, it's a really good win for me.
All right, kid. Well, we've seen you on MTV's True Life. We've seen you on the wide world of Spike. But it's great to see you back in action in the world of MMA.
I'm glad to be here, dude. It's awesome.
Continued success, best of health, best of luck, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks, brother. I'll see you guys out there.